Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with J. Gordon Duncan. And if you're wondering why the J, the answer is, I'm not a bagpipe player. And if that joke doesn't make any sense, I encourage you to check out episode 0, where I explain that joke, as well as the purpose of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast, where we talk about faith, family, fitness, finances, and sometimes fun. Hey everyone, thank you so much. Welcome back to the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast. Again, the best thing I can do is to start every show by saying thank you. Because the response, you guys are there anyway. You're present, you listen, but ever since, again, this is getting redundant, ever since we went to the studio and we went online to YouTube, views and listens are way up. People are interacting with me. I just got to say thank you so much. Subscribers have increased. So much of that is due to Shane Dale, my wonderful producer, and Pohanka Nissan providing the studio. But it is really nice to have the video element as well. This week, sorry, it's just going to be a solo episode. It's just going to be me. I've got some great things coming up. I do have an interview coming up next week. As you guys know, I don't like to share those unless they're already done and produced and ready to go. But there is an episode coming up. I want to say thank you to everyone for the great response to my interview with my friend Leon Brown. If you have not gone and seen his movie, Manifest Evil, on demand at Amazon, please do. Just support a young filmmaker who's out there just producing and writing on his own. Please do. Warning, it is a horror movie. But here's what I want to do. If you interact with me online, or if you know my business, Capitalized Marketing, I use an expression, capitalize your best, a lot. In fact, I have another podcast called the Capitalize Your Best podcast. We keep those separate. But I use that expression a lot. And people have asked me, well, what does it mean to capitalize your best? And one of the things that I've been doing in the business for the last 18 months is putting together a coaching program called Capitalize Your Best. And I want to share it a little bit with you. I'm not concerned whether you sign up or not. I think you can take away 4 points today that's going to help you with your business or your entrepreneurship, no matter what. Of course, I'll give you details about how you can find out about our program. But essentially, here's the thing. So many people start businesses or go into some entrepreneurial area, maybe even affiliate marketing or multi-level marketing, or they've got a retail business and they're young at it and they're excited about it. But how do you grow it? How do you have definition? So Capitalized Marketing is my third company, and I now have 4. I'm very thankful. And I know all the mistakes I've made leading up to here. So when we established Capitalized Marketing, I wanted to create a program that we would go through so that our business would grow. It wouldn't be accidental. It would be purposeful. And as we've seen that program work, and it's proved itself to work in our business, we're now doing it for our clients. Now, I do one-on-one coaching, of course, and I do that with businesses, but I wanted to create a course. So the Capitalize Your Best course is 23 individual coaching videos that you go through over a 90-day period, and you receive one-on-one coaching with me at intervals, and then you're also a part of an exclusive Facebook group. Now, I have a Capitalize Your Best Facebook group. Anybody can join it, and it's geared towards coaching and marketing and business. But our clients go to an exclusive group. Feel free to find Capitalize Your Best, the group. Reach out, just send a request, and I'll allow you to join it and bring you on in. I go live there, lots of good things there. But here, having said all that, I wanted to share with you the 4 principles of capitalizing your best. That way, either personally or professionally, in your job or your business, you can grow it by using these 4 principles. And this is what we go into great detail on in the 23 videos and the coaching sessions that I give you. But if you listen today, you're going to walk away with 4 points. And I've got notes in front of me. I try not to use notes here, but this program is launching fully on April 1st. And it's pre-selling right now, and I don't have as much of it memorized as I will eventually. But I did bring some notes with me today, and I want to share them with you. So if you're looking to grow personally, if you're looking to grow professionally, your business, small business, entrepreneurship, your storefront, these things will help you. They are 4 points to help you capitalize your best. And taking after my father, who was a good Southern Baptist minister, all 4 of them begin with the same letter, and they begin with the letter D. So here's this idea here. If you take these 4 points, apply them to your business, you are going to capitalize on what you do best, and you will see your business grow. And again, at the end of the podcast, I'll tell you all about how we do it in our program. But here they are. Let me go give you the 4 points, okay? They're definition, determination, destination, and daylight. Daylight nation isn't a real word. I would have done it if I could have. So let me tell you. Here are the 4 things. Definition, determination, destination, and daylight. These 4 things, if you implement them, they're going to help you and your business grow. Whether it's online, in person, they're 4 coaching principles that we've built around Capitalize Your Best. And let me tell you a little bit about definition. A definition, what you're doing at that point in time is we are working on things like mindset. I promise you, if you're not working on mindset training, you are going to get discouraged and quit. You got to figure out how to have amnesia about the bad days, and you got to have a long memory about the good days. And you got to have those things in there. We do a whole thing about mindset. We do a whole module on goal setting. We do a module on who to say yes to and who to say no to, because not everybody is your ideal client. And guys, listen, when we got started in the marketing company, I took on some contracts I shouldn't have taken on, because I was like, I need contracts. And sometimes you're just not the right fit. So spending time defining who you are, where you want to go, right? That defining of your goals. Like, my goals are so specific. I have goals for the revenue of Capitalize, and I've got goals for my personal income. Setting those things out, working on your mindset. I do mindset training every single day. That's one of the reasons I love running, because if I can persevere through a 4-hour run, my mind is stronger to then sit down and do other things for my business. And so a whole section on definition. So for you, whether you're part of our Capitalize Your Best program or not, definition, working on your mindset, being very specific about your goals, reminding yourself of those things every single day, absolutely essential. Secondly, determination. What I want you to determine is, who are you in the marketplace? Take, for example, let's say you're a realtor. I love realtors. I've worked with a dozen realtors. There's a lot of realtors though, especially after the big boom that happened in the last year or 2. So what makes your identity as a realtor different than anyone else's? Well, I know that you better be honest, and I know you better work hard. What's your identity? What makes you specific that people might want to work with you? When you're working on this determination, like, what is your offer? For some, it's different for each person, right? If you own a restaurant, what's your offer? If you offer a service, what is it? Like, do you know those offers? Do you know what makes you unique? Do you know exactly in your messaging what you're going to put out there? Knowing exactly who you are and what you're offering is going to make a massive difference when you are growing your business. Third, destination. Now, here's the thing. Destination. I just had a great conversation with a friend of mine. It wasn't 15 minutes ago. No matter what you do, if you're in business, you're a salesperson. You are. You sell yourself every single day. You sell a service. Or you sell a product. And you've got to determine, what kind of salesperson are you? Do you know how to ask for the close? Meaning, when you get to the point, do you actually just like, would you like to do this? And I'm not talking about the theoretical, what's it going to take to get you in this car today? I'm going to say that quietly as I'm in a car dealership. What is it? Do you know how to sell and ask for that? Do you know how to handle objections? If you don't know how to handle objections, someone's going to say, well, I don't think so. Does that mean the conversation's over? You don't have to be annoying. You don't have to be purposely worrisome in their mind every day, but do you know how to handle those objections? In the destination training, we work with that. And along those lines, for that destination, I'm going to help you create marketing calendars and scheduling the things you do. I have something that's called the magic document. And creating this magic document will enable you to create 10, 12 pieces of social media content from one piece of paper. Not going to tell you how to do that here. That's in the program. But the whole idea for you is, in your destination, are you growing as a salesperson? Are you growing in marketing? There's tons of information out there. I love to say this all over and over again too. In a world of free information, ignorance is a choice. If you want to know how to sell, let's do a podcast. Check out a book from the library. If you want to learn how to do marketing, watch a YouTube video. There's millions of hours of free content out there. And so if you don't know something, it's up to you to say, I want to go get it. That's all part of the destination in our training. And finally, Daylight. In Daylight, we're going to help you create a lead generator so that leads come to you so that you can close them for sales. How are people actually going to come to you? Of course, you're going to them, but in Daylight, that's when you see the results of hard work. That's what it means for us in Capitalize Your Best. It is 4 very simple principles. Definition, getting who you are nailed down specifically. Determination, know where you're going to go. Determining exactly what it is you have to offer. Destination, what does it look like to market? What does it look like to do sales? And finally, we want to see people reach Daylight. That's what our Capitalize Your Best program is, and that's what we're offering. If you want to know more about it specifically, you can go to, imagine this, capitalizeyourbest.com. And at capitalizeyourbest.com, you will find an explanation and an overview of our program. And you can sign up for it right now. There's an early bird savings between now and April 1st. But let's say you're one of my regular listeners or watchers. Thank you. And you don't own a business. That's not who you are. You're like, Gordon, what does this mean to me? Let me give you some practicality on that. Determination. First of all, do you know who you are? You know, what's the language that's going on in your head? Is the continuous loop something that's encouraging and true about you, who you are? Or do you just keep telling yourself lies over and over again? Like if you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm miserable, I'm not worth anything, that's not true. You have inherent value. Have you determined who you are? Do you have that destination in mind? Like, this is really what I want to do. This is where I want to go. Oftentimes people are afraid to set goals because they're afraid they're not going to meet them. And they'll say, well, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I only do the ones that I know I'm going to meet. Well, that's not a goal. That's what you're doing anyway. I'm of the opinion you set massive, gigantic goals with deadlines. Will you hit them all? No. Will you hit some of them? Yes, and probably even further than you think. And then finally, Daylight. What are you doing right now to put things in place so you can actually succeed? I went back this week and I read a book by Gene Simmons. You guys know that I'm just I don't apologize at all. I'm just a lifelong fan of the band Kiss. And those guys sell everything from Kiss diapers to casket. They'll get you from birth to death, right? They're master merchandisers. And in 2003, when I started my first business working with eye doctors, I read Gene Simmons' book on business. It's called Sex, Money, and Kiss. I cannot recommend it to you. The misogyny in that book is ridiculous. If he could pull out the business principles and leave the misogyny, I think you can enjoy it. But I remember reading it in 2003 and it having an impact on me. And there's a section in that book where he goes through all his failures. Tried to start this movie, it failed. He produced this band, it failed. He tried to get this deal happen. And he went through all this list of failures. And here's a person who's amazingly successful, worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And he said, most of the things I attempt, I fail at. He goes, and I learn from each one. However, the ones I succeed at are massive. And friends, failure doesn't mean that your value is decreased. It means you tried something. Maybe it didn't succeed, but here's the thing. Did you learn from it? I can look back and see massive business failures. I remember the first business tax bill I got, I almost passed out. I had to give the government 6 months worth of payments. I was like, oh, you got to pay taxes when you have a business. All those things. It's okay. I don't make those mistakes now. So that's what capitalizing your best is. I mean, determining who you are, getting that definition of who you are, have a destination for it, and then reaching Daylight. So I hope that's an encouragement to you. If you're interested in learning more about our program, again, just go to capitalizeyourbest.com. If that link's not working, for some reason it should, message me or click the link in the show notes. It's live there. We're incredibly excited about that because the goal with creating the 23 videos is that I can impact more people. And that's my goal. I'm not impacting them because I'm arrogant. I'm impacting them because, as my mentor used to say, share your mistakes with others so they don't make those mistakes. You can go out and make brand new ones, just don't make the ones I made. And my mentor Terry told me that, and I was like, you know what, Terry, tell me all your mistakes. And he did. And I still repeated some of them. But I learned from his mistakes, went out and made new ones. And so with these videos in this program, that's what I want to do. I want to share what I know, the mistakes I've made. I want to share with you what has succeeded. And then that way you can grow and do the same and then reproduce it to others as well. Well, friends, thanks so much. Again, this has been a solo round. I still like doing them. Next week, if everything lines up, I will have an interview for you. I'm very excited. This person who's coming on has made just a huge impact in my life, impact in this community, and this person has a lot to say, whether you live in Fredericksburg or not. Wonderful, wonderful person. As always, guys, thanks for listening. Like, share, throw this up on your stories while you're listening to it. Let everybody know that you have found it and listened to it. And I can't wait to see you again and talk to you again next week. Thanks so much, friends. Bye-bye.
How do you shorten the time it takes to buy a car? Car buying just got easier. Pohanka365.com lets you complete as much or as little of the car buying process online. Pohanka365.com. Car buying simplified. Anytime, anywhere.